What's going on, my good people? This your boy Life Up the Entertainer here to bring you a battle between Stillman College and Tuskegee. This is going to be an interesting band battle. This is the Kendrick Battle of the Bands. This is my first time hearing about the battle of these Battle of the Bands, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Um, I will be, giving some very honest critique. So if y'all new to the channel, please consider liking and be a part of this family here on YouTube by subscribing. I mean, those two things really do help out. The more the merrier. And, this won't be the last time you hear from me still in college. I'll try to grade anything I can get my hands on when it comes down to show band content. So I'm trying to get everybody as much as I can in this season and give a fair, honest grade on what bands can work on, etc. So, kind of get that incentive on my end. So, just to let y'all know that. So, be a part of this family. It's nothing but love here. That's what this is about. It's just grading, give fair, honest critique. There's nothing y'all can do about it now, but y'all know what y'all can do in the future, if that makes sense. And some people want clarification, so this is me giving clarification. And again, this is my opinion, so if you have a different opinion, that's fine. But I'm rating this, so this is my opinion. So please do not get in your feelings about these grades, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing but love here, okay? So with that being said, please look to the cards next to me. We'll be grading sound selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. Okay, so I'm rating it as a stand battle, so that means I'm with action adding extra bonus points so they can get extra in power, extra in arrangement, and extra in cleanness, okay? So they can really showcase their strengths and weaknesses. And this is a battle of the band, so we really want to see who got that dub, okay? It's very rare that we get a tie in my scale, but it's usually fair and honest when it comes down to these type of battles, okay? So with that being said, reason why I'm grading this battle before we get into the action is because we did a voters poll, and that's what won the poll. So if you can, be a part of this family. If you want to request a band battle, y'all can in the comments below, and I'll try to implement that soon as I can. So with that being said, man, let's get into the action. Lex Stillman's first. It's wartime, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. That was nice, Stillman. Let me get a good look on it. Alright. That's a nice little perfect right there. They had a fanfare with it and they played something into it. So it was pretty nice. They got a nice little pick game tune. So let's see what they got. Song selection, I'm going to give that a 10. Power, I'm going to give them a 12. Articulation, give them a 10. Arrangement, I'm going to give them a 13. Cleanness, I'm going to give them a 13. Not bad. Not bad at all. Couldn't spot anything wrong with it, They got a 58. All right, moving on to Tuskegee. Not bad. Alright, let's give that a fair shake. Let's see. Alright, so song selections 10. Power, I'm going to give power a 13. Articulation as a 10. Arrangement, I'm going to give arrangement a 14. Cleanness, I'm going to give that a 12. Okay. There was some spots that were just a little splotchy, just a little bit, but you know, it is what it is on that. So let's give that a grade. Let's see what they got on that. They got a 59. Right now, Tuskegee's ahead by 1. I just think that was because of the song that they selected. It was a stronger arrangement. It was a stronger arrangement to me than Stillman, you know. And, you know, they have their strengths and weaknesses, but I just think that Tuskegee has a slight more power than Stillman does. So, Stillman's next. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. was pretty good. Alright. Sound selection's 10. Power, I'm going to give them a 14. Articulation, I'm going to give them a 10. Arrangement, I'm going to give them a 13. Cleanness, I'm going to give them a 14 on that. For the most part, it was very clean. I didn't hear anybody really stick out as much on that. Depends on the piece that you pull out. You know what I'm saying? So they got a 61 on that one. Moving on. Tuskegee. Oh man, that's a nice Super Saiyan for them, man. That was nice. Oh, that was pretty dope. Alright. Sound selection's 10. Power is 14. Articulation is a 10. Arrangement, I'm going to give them a 14 on that. Cleanness, I'm going to give cleanness a 13. That was nice. That was real nice. Alright, let's see what we got on that one. So it's a tie in the second round. Tuskegee is still ahead by 1 right now, currently. Moving on. one Super Saiyan Blue guy in there. Alright, so song selections 10. Power, I'm gonna give them a 13. Articulations 10. Arrangement, I'm gonna give them a 14. Cleanness, I'm gonna give them a 11. I think they kind of hurt themselves with that. It was a strong arrangement, yes. I think they just need to clean up some small parts. I wouldn't say that it was muddy, but I feel like it was some parts that I feel like could have been cleaner, if that makes sense. That's just me, though. I got a 58. Alrighty, moving on. Tuskegee's next. Oh man, that was nice. That was real nice. That was real nice. Oh man. Alright, song selections 10, powers 14, articulations 10, arrangement is a 14, cleanness, I'm gonna give that a 15. Hey look, gotta give credit. Gotta be real with you, gotta give credit. They went Super Saiyan Blue God as well, man. So I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, that's nice right there. They got a 63 now. Alrighty. Well, now Tuskegee got a humongous lead in my book. Okay. Let's see. They got a 6-point difference right now. Like, Stillman's going to have to pull something out their pocket to get that strength. Because you got to remember this, too. We're grading on their pen game as well and how clean they can sound. Okay, I'm not taking anything away from Stillman. Stillman does sound good. I mean, they really do. They sound very clean. I think, I think I think I'm choosing Tuskegee over them is the fact that they just a tad bit cleaner on that one, and that arrangement was fire. Moving on. Alright, so it was nothing but on the girls, but that's okay. So, song selections 10. Power, I'm going to give Power a 12. Articulation, I'm going to give that a 9. Because, tubas was not attacking together. Alright, that's one thing. Even if it's a tuba break and y'all not attacking together, we can hear that. It was just some tubas that was just a millisecond off, and it just sounded like they was kind of fighting each other just a tad bit, So I'm going to give them a 9 on that. Arrangement, I'm going to give them a 10. Cleanness, I'm going to give them a 10. It was just lacking some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But almost a perfect. They were just missing. They're just missing just an initial edge on that. Because I'm like this. If it's a battle of the bands, I feel like that's something that you play during a football game, not during a battle of the bands. That's just me though. That's not me throwing shade or anything. But we want to see what your hand is like. We want to see what that pen work look like. That's how I feel. Even if it's a crunk song, you can go all in on a crunk song. So that's just me. Moving on. 51 for them. Shout out to Band 2 for getting this as well. done hit that ultra instinct on him, fam. Give that shit the Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh, that shit was nice. It was nice. It was real nice. Power is a 13. I really like that arrangement. Articulation's 10. Arrangement, I'm gonna give that a 13. Cleanness, I'm gonna give that a 13. They got a 59 on that. Alright, moving on. It's a humongous league now. Moving on.
Y'all go ahead, man. We're going to let Stillman go first, and then we'll let Tuskegee finish it off. Y'all do that.
Got them a nice little perfect after that. That was real nice. Very, very, very clean. Very, very clean. Alright. So, song selections 10, powers 14, articulations 10, arrangements 14, cleanness, I'm going to give them a 13 on that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I got a 61 on that one. Moving on. Tuskegee, let's see what we got.
It's the last one.
Yeah, there you go. They don't want legendary, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want legendary. Congratulations, Tuskegee, for making to the legendary club. They sounded really good. Really, really good. Oh, man, that was nice. That's 5 perfects in a row. If they would have had another round, I would have put an emoji by the name if they would have kept being consistent. But welcome to the legendary club, Tuskegee. Sound selections 10, power I'm gonna give them a 14, articulations 10, arrangement I'm gonna give them a 13, cleanness I'm gonna give them a 13. Alrighty. Stillman was slightly stronger than them in that last one, on that last round. Just slightly stronger, about 1 point. Alright? But congratulations, Tuskegee, for reaching legendary status. That feels good. I know it do. Oh, man. Not that many bands can make it to the legendary club, dog. So, you know, not knocking Stillman. I think Stillman did a fantastic job. You know, I just think that Tuskegee was just slightly stronger than them in their book. That's just me, though. But I'm still going to give a grade so y'all know what the verdict is anyway. So y'all know. Alright. So, let's see if we can get us a good... Yeah, we're going to stick with that. Alright. So, with that being said, let's give it a grade. Let's give this whole battle a grade. Very entertaining battle. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed this little battle that they had. Very entertaining. Felt like they had me on the edge of the seat this whole battle because it was unique, you know. So, and especially this is my first time even hearing Stillman. I'm very impressed with Stillman. So I say that as well. I'm very impressed with Stillman. I think that was well worth my time to watch this battle as well. So, Stillman, if you with me, please consider subscribing. If you any alumni or band members from Stillman, please consider subscribing because I will be grading y'all season. So make sure y'all tune in and follow y'all boy, subscribe to your boy, and like up this video. If you from Tuskegee, like up this video, vice versa. All right. So we're gonna start with Stillman's first, and then we're gonna do Tuskegee's next. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please do not get in your feelings about these grades. This is my opinion. You know, at the end of the day, it's nothing but love here. You know. So, you know, this, like I said, I just think, you know, whatever the results are, I just think, you know, it's nothing but love. Okay. So 289 for Stillman. Tuskegee's next. 302. It was a 15-point difference. So, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it was, okay? I just think Tuskegee was just stronger in this battle. You know, that's what it is, you know. Better luck next time, but don't think that I won't be grading y'all season so y'all can possibly get some dubs on y'all end Stillman. So don't let that record, you know, get y'all upset. This is just my first time seeing y'all. But when we look at this battle, Tuskegee's book was just slightly stronger than Stillman. Their arrangement department was like stronger. When you look at power, because of size, Tuskegee kind of had them on some aspects. Now, I will say this, that, you know, they was kind of lacking in some areas too. You know, what hurt Stillman the most, though, if you really want me to be honest with you, that fourth round. The fourth round, I just think that they could have came out with something stronger than what they did when they brought that out. You know, because I felt like that one was something that you play at a football game. You know, after a touchdown or something like that. You know, this is like stand battle fifth quarter ready type of tune. So, you know, I just think that Tuskegee had the edge on y'all on that. And I think that's what gave them an initial edge over y'all. Okay, now granted, the third round, it was kind of, you know, y'all could have caught up. You know what I'm saying? Now granted, y'all still can say that y'all beat them one round. And y'all beat them on the last round. So, that's something to brag about. And y'all tied in the second round, too. So, it was close for some parts of the battle, but I just feel like Tuskegee was stronger. Okay, so again, that's not me bashing either band organization. Again, I love all HBCU bands. I can give it to you raw and uncut. Alright, so that's my verdict, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I catch y'all on the next one. Like I tell y'all always, deuces.